Multiplying some polynomials. Let's try this one. Negative 5x squared times 3x minus 1. Negative 5x squared times quantity 3x minus 1. When I multiply negative 5x squared times another quantity, have you heard the word distribute? I got to distribute, multiply negative 5x squared times each of the two pieces that are inside this quantity. Negative 5x squared times the 3x, and negative 5x squared times the negative 1 again. What's inside the quantity is each getting multiplied with negative 5x squared. Let's start multiplying. Leo, what's negative 5 times 3? Multiply the coefficients first.
Negative
15, good. Now multiply the variables again. What's x squared times x? Izzy, how many x's is that multiplying? X squared is 2 x's, and another x makes how many x's all multiplied together? 3, so it's x to the third.
minus 1.
Okay, now I gotta just multiply again though, Rory. Take negative 5x squared times negative 1. Do the coefficients first. What's negative 5 times negative 1, Rory?
Positive 5.
Okay. Are there any x squareds to multiply this x squared with? No, so it's just going to come along for our answer. Negative 5x squared times negative 1 is positive 5x squared. Let's see if you were paying attention earlier. Are these two terms similar? Are they like terms that I can add together? Negative 15x cubed and 5x squared. Teddy, you're shaking your head. Rory, you're shaking your head. Why do you say no, Teddy?
Notice the 3 and the 2 are different.
This is a cubic term, right? It's got x to the third. This is an x squared term. Different powers makes these different kinds of terms. They're not similar. They're not alike. I can't put 3 apples and 2 bananas together and call it 5 banapples. I can only put the things that are together and combine them. These aren't similar. So that is actually as far as you can go.
So the exponent number has to be the same.
Yes. Kind of like we did it right here, right? We said x plus x makes 2x, but I couldn't combine x squared plus x any further.
Yeah.
X squared and x are not like terms. They're not similar, and I can't combine them. Okay. Another one here. Multiply quantity x plus 6 times x plus 4. I have to distribute twice. Multiply the x times the x and the 4.
2x.
Zoe, what's x times x? X times x makes x to what power? Good. Okay, I distribute the x times the x. Now take the x times the negative 4. X times negative 4
Negative 24.
is negative 4x.
What? Oh wait, I was doing the 6 times the negative 4.
That's coming later. I distributed x times x minus 4. Let's do the same thing with 6 times x minus 4. Multiply everything in the first factor times everything in the second. 6 times x is another 6x. Right? What's 6 times negative 4? 24, negative 24, but I get what you're saying. On that previous example, there were no like terms for me to combine. Look at these 4 terms, x squared minus 4x plus 6x minus 24. Is there a pair of them that I can combine?
Yeah.
Say it, Teddy. These 2 in the middle. They combine because they're both similar. They're both in terms of x. I can combine negative 4x and 6x to make how many x's? 2. X squared plus 2x minus 24.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Just came up. Would you eventually be able to solve that?
It's not an equation. We're just simplifying. We'll be solving equations that look like this, but that's coming later. If you're stuck on how to multiply these, sometimes I've had kids draw a box. Let's put it up into fourths. Take x plus 6 times x minus 4.
Always right, report to the secondary office. Always right, please report to the secondary office.
Okay. Let's multiply all the rows and columns together. For this top left corner, multiply x times x. What's x times x again? X squared. Now on the next row, multiply the column times the row. What's x times negative 4? Haven't I just made the same numbers that I made over here? And now let's go to the next column. Top right corner says take 6 times x. And for the bottom right corner, take negative 4 times 6. Is that just the same thing?
Yeah.
Some people like to draw lines like I did here first. Some people like to draw a little box and multiply all the rows and columns together that way. It's the same thing. Another example where we have to take a binomial times a binomial. 3x minus 5 times 2x plus 7. Draw the box if you like to. Let's label one as 3x minus 5 and 2x plus 7. Two x times 3x. What does that make, Rose? What's 3 times 2? 3 times 2 is what? 6. What's x times x?
2, 1.
X to the second. Yeah, very good. And I took 3x times 2x. Now let's take 3x times 7. 7, 3x, multiply to make what? 21. I distributed 3x times 2x plus 7. We'll do the same thing with negative 5 times 2x and 7. Well, so what's negative 5 times 2? Negative 5 times 2. Negative 10. And I also need what, though? 2x and negative 5 make negative 10x. What's the last one here? I got to take negative 5 times 7.
Negative
7 and negative 5 multiply to make what?
7.
Negative 35, but yeah.
Close.
All right, we got 4 terms to try and combine. There's the 4 terms in the box. 6x squared minus 10x plus 21x minus 35. Are any of those like terms that I can combine and make it a little bit more simplified?
Why would it be plus 21x minus 35?
You can know like 6x squared minus 10x plus 21x minus 35. You can combine them in any order.
Okay.
Is that what you're trying to think? Okay. Are there any that I can combine?
21x.
Sure. 6x squared, I'll just have to write down first as I put it in standard order. What's 21x minus 10x? 11x. If I have 21 of something, I take 10 of them away. Now I have 11 of those things left over. Minus the 35.
How do you know if it's plus or minus? Is it
Look at the
just
signs.
positive or negative?
Yep. These are 2 positives multiplying together. These are also 2 positives multiplying together. But now this column is going to be negative, right?
Yeah.
I'm taking negative 5 times a positive 2x and a negative 5 times a positive 7.
Okay.
A negative times a positive should make a negative. What else do we got?